We're still on a high hangover from Penei Sewell being drafted last night, number 7 overall by the Detroit Lions. And we brought this young man on yesterday because he knows more about the Lions than he's forgotten more about the Lions than any of us will ever know.
Dude's
Let's put it that
probably
way.
not slept all night since the whole draft went down. So help us in welcoming Justin Rogers, the Detroit Lions beat writer for the Detroit News. Good morning, Justin.
Adam's like, hey, don't listen to the media, and let's welcome in a member of the media.
No, we're talking about the talking heads on ESPN, not the people that actually grind it out and do the real job.
Yeah, well, I also heard in there that everybody thought Penei Sewell would be gone. What they didn't do was look at my mock draft because number 7, Detroit Lions, Penei Sewell, they made me look smart. I appreciate it, Brad Holmes.
Nice, man. And that honestly, if you saw our draft party last night, literally we had people behind us chanting Sewell before he even got picked.
It was 4th, 5th, 6th,
Yep.
all of them. Penei, Penei. It was great.
It's funny to me how Lions fans always get attached to a guy, and they've got attached to some wrong guys in the past. I think we can all remember them chanting Aaron Curry's name, too, with the Matthew Stafford draft. But we won't really know if Sewell was the right pick until years down the road. But, man, it sure looks like it on paper right now.
Yeah, it definitely substantiates our offensive line and makes that the power of the team. It gives Jared Goff some time, gives him some play action with our solidified backfield. Now, today, we got to start looking at giving maybe some wide receivers on the outside. Is that what you're thinking the Lions may be doing today?
I love that. I am in that ballpark. Like, I do like the wide receivers, but at some point, right, they've got to address this terrible defense. I mean, this is the worst defense in franchise history. They didn't do a whole lot in free agency. I know they brought in Michael Brockers in the trade market, which is a great addition. But you look at 41 right now, and assuming the Lions stay there, Brad Holmes comes from a team with a history of moving around quite a bit in the second round. But there's 3 spots or 3 positions I really like there at that spot. I think the defensive backfield's a good spot. You're talking about a guy that loves safeties. Safety has not been drafted. There's some really good ones here at the top of the second round, whether it's Mooring, who a lot of people thought was a first-round pick, still sitting out there. I really like Javon Holland as well, and Jamar Johnson from Indiana. Richie Grant. It's loaded at safety at the top of the second round. And then, you dip back to wide receiver. You got both the Moores in Elijah and Rondell. And, a guy that I really like is Terrace Mitchell from LSU. He really stepped up big with Jamar Chase opting out of this season. And what I really like about him beyond, just having the right physical build and the athletic gifts is he's an inside and outside guy. He did a lot of damage in the slot. Lions don't really have a true slot receiver on the roster right now. And if you could bring him in and utilize maybe Perriman and Terrell Williams and mix and match and move guys around and not really ever show your hand play to play, I like the way that kind of mixes and matches if he's available there at 41 as well.
Go ahead, Corey.
That's what I want. That's really what I want. I'm surprised Terrace Marshall did not go in the first round. I've seen a few projections thought that he might slip up in there. But have you heard anything about what the Lions are looking at going linebacker, just that linebacker corps in the second round or the third round?
I think they'd like to add a linebacker at some point. I think the position was maybe addressed a little earlier in the draft than some people expected. I really liked Jamin Davis. I thought that would have been a really nice player to add in the second round, and Washington goes out and grabs him at number 19. You're talking about Zach Wilson having this astronomical rise from last year to this, but I look at Jamin Davis as the defensive equivalent, right? Like, nobody was talking about this guy a year ago. He wasn't even starting at Kentucky. He goes in, has a great season, shows coverage skills, which are so coveted at that linebacker spot, and then, blows up his pro day. And, now he's a first-round pick, and not even just a first-round pick, a mid-first rounder. Listen, there is still one really great linebacker sitting out there. The problem is he's talking obviously about Owusu-Koramoah from Notre Dame.
Yep.
The big issue is he's 220 pounds, and so this league covets speed and guys that can cover space. There has been a premium placed on that, but you still have a hard time finding a role for a 220-pound linebacker in this league. It takes a creative defensive coordinator. I would love to see the Lions grab him, whether they have to trade up a few spots to do it, because I want to see Aaron Glenn's creativity. Can he find a way to utilize this guy's awesome skill set beyond the fact that he's limited in size? Other than that, I think you could probably wait to the linebacker, maybe to third round. Maybe at the end of third round, there's some guys there, but at this point, you're not getting a 3-down guy, right? The 3-down guys go in the first round, so you're getting a 2-down guy. That the value isn't as great. I think safety or cornerback is probably offering you a little bit more value at the top of the second.
I'm excited for this second day. I'm so glad that the draft isn't over just after one day. And this is really where the champions are made. I mean, this is where the foundation of your team, and these are the guys that are going to really, really fill out your roster. And this is where you can hit home runs too. Who, in your opinion, would be a home run pick for the Lions?
Oh man, I feel like I've mentioned a lot of them, right?
Okay.
Like I think if you get Owusu Koromoro, that's a really nice pick. If you get Mitchell, that's a really nice pick. Either one of the Moores, the Lions could use a slot receiver. They've built their outside guys on vertical speed threats, guys that'll stretch the field. So why not get a guy that's really quick, good with yards after the catch, that can make you pay if you're protecting the deep part of the field. So that's why I really like a guy like Elijah Moore.
That's my guy.
And
that's who I want. That's my home run. If they can get Elijah Moore at 41 today, that is a phenomenal pick for the Lions, in my opinion.
Yeah, they'll just worry about defense in 2021, 2022.
We can address it with our 19 first-round draft picks we're going to have by then.
Yeah, who knows? They might pick up a few more today. I really, I know we talked a lot about trading down from pick 7, and I absolutely understand why Brad Holmes didn't take the bait there. He loved Sewell. We understand why, but Lions still are kind of short on picks this year, and the real gold, as everyone says, is picks in 2022. So if he can trade back in that second round and that third round and pick up some additional lottery tickets on day 3, you talk about this being the day where champions are built, but look at Super Bowl rosters, like these teams with the day 3 picks and the undrafted free agents that succeed. That's really where your great rosters are built, or where you can scout and find talent in day 3 of the draft. Right now, the Lions only have 2 picks in 4th and 5th round, so I think they'd like a couple more, and I wouldn't be surprised if they utilize today's selections to pick those up.
When you saw the War Room reaction video of this regime compared to what they were the past 3 years with Bob Quinn just being like, hey, welcome to the team, and that was it, does that send a different vibe? I mean, we already felt that energy throughout the team, but when they're hugging, they're damn near throwing Rob Wood through a wall. What does that project for the Lions?
I think that we have this habit where we want to see something that wasn't there that probably was. I think there was plenty of moments where the Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia regime showed a lot of excitement, both in the draft room, and then the one that really sticks out for me was that week 3 win over the Patriots in his first season, where Matt Patricia is bear hugging and carrying Rod Wood around the locker room. Like those guys showed their emotion and they got excited about their draft pick, but I think it's always good to see genuine emotion, right? Like,
yeah.
I think my favorite guy in that video, there's so many, you could dissect that entire video with like a John Madden style with the marker and the telestrator, but like you've got John Dorsey like getting left hanging by like 3 people as he's desperate for a high five. You got Rob Lohman, who's screen like just trying to update his damn spreadsheet. Like, calm down, guys. And then Ray Agnew, who's the top guy from Los Angeles that they brought over, who is over there on the left side of the screen, that's just so pumped up. And Dan Campbell, the guy with that we expect to have the most energy, is just kind of taking it all in and laughing. And yeah, I like the joy of draft night, not just from the Lions, but from these kids that have fought for these dreams. And you see them getting emotional and crying when hugging their family. Like, it's the best part. I don't need any more Kings of Leon. Just show me more guys crying and hugging their moms. That's what draft night's about for me.
Yeah. Dude, I didn't even notice the Dorsey thing until you pointed it out. We rewatched the video. That is hilarious. He got whipped like 3 times.
Yeah, it's like every single person in that video is worth watching. So you got to watch it 4 or 5 times to really fully appreciate everything that's going on.
Well, thank you, Justin. Justin Rogers of the Detroit News, our favorite Detroit Lions beat writer. Thank you.
Get him, Joey.
Have a great day, Justin. We appreciate you, man. And I apologize for yesterday. Please don't hold it against me.
No, hold it against him, please.
I felt so bad.
No problem, Branch.
He even got tree branches behind him.
got my family hanging behind you. What's that about? Thank you, Justin Rogers. I'm sure you had a late night just like we did, but we appreciate your insight and coming on with us. So have a great day, man.
Of course, we'll do it again soon.
Yeah, round 2 today. It kicks off at 7 o'clock tonight.